Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is game time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Heritage Christian High School as we bring you high school softball right here on IndianaSRN. Tonight, it'll be Heritage Christian at 9 and 11 hosting Traders Point Christian coming in at 2 and 7. Tonight's game brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Also by Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 service, 1 solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Jarrett Lewis, Troy Dargowski with you tonight. We're back from baseball. We get right into softball. This is the final week of the regular season. Tournament begins next week. And tonight, Heritage Christian is hoping to go out on a winning note. Traders Point Christian hoping to pull off an upset tonight, but they're a very young team.
They sure are. We learned 6 freshmen on this Traders Point team and just 9 players, so every player is going to end up starting for Traders Point and head coach Mark Cowell. So just a good opportunity to one, I guess, learn the game of softball. A couple of girls that are just fairly new to the game and hopefully going out on a good note, like you said, finishing this season strong for Heritage Christian, ending the season with a win streak. Right now, they've won their last 2 games.
We'll take a break. Coming up, softball right here on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with India as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Heritage Christian High School as the Eagles getting set here today in their possible big win here last night. Another win here tonight would put them over the 500, actually at the 500 mark. I misspoke earlier. They are actually 10-11 after beating Crispus Attucks last night handily, so back here in tonight's matchup. You know, when you're a team like Traders Point Christian, and I talked to their coach a little bit, and it is difficult when you're trying to build a program and you have 6 freshmen and a couple of the players have not played a whole lot of softball, you're going to take your lumps. But as I told him, you know, I've had young teams when I was coaching, and then you're hoping it's going to turn around in 2 or 3 years and you can put some lumps on some other teams' heads too. So you never know.
That's certainly right. Yeah, it's, you know, everyone that is now a expert at something was once, you know, right. down towards the bottom of the totem pole. So, you know, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta build a program up at some point.
Well, of course, Elena Tesner will get the start tonight for Heritage Christian, and the first pitch in there for a strike is Audrey Huff will lead things off. It'll be Huff, Amanda Quillett, and J.B. Bartles, and that is a strike. We'll be down on the count at 0-2 now to Huff. Traders Point, their last time out, they ended up losing to the Indiana Deaf School 10-5. The last time they won, they beat Riverside, though 21-6, as that one is fouled off to the right now to play. Defensively, Webb behind the plate. Booker's at first, Thompson at second, Rollins at short. Bikes is down at third, Harridge in left, Adson in center, and Newbold is in right field. Pitch is low and inside for a ball. We've got to get used now to switching everything around from baseball to softball. And, of course, when you're throwing in softball, you're underhanded, but you can still throw all the different pitches you can see in baseball. As the ground ball to Thompson, there's one away. And that'll bring him Amanda Quillett.
Yeah, we got a healthy heaping of baseball this past weekend, didn't we? So we're trying to get back into the swing of softball.
I think you got a little more than I did. I think you were there for what was it, a 3-day tournament?
It was.
And you were there for probably an average of 18 hours a day. There's a swing and a miss by Quillett. I at least got to go home. You didn't. So.
That's right.
But next week, as we mentioned, the softball sectionals will get underway. In fact, we will open things up on Monday. There's a swing and a miss on a high pitch that time by Tesner. We're going to head to Cascade on Monday for the opening round of sectional play. Swing and a miss by Quillett. She's down in 3 and 2 quick outs here for Traders Point. That'll bring up J.B. Bartles. We will see Bartles on the other side in the pitching department in this one here tonight. Good pitch again there by Tesner, and quickly ahead in the count at 0-1. And I'll tell you what, Bartles is going to have her work cut out for her tonight, because this is a Heritage Christian team that's hitting at .349 on the season. Swing and a miss by Bartles. And you talk about a really good pitcher, and certainly everything kind of surrounds around Tesner, because not only can she pitch, she can hit really well. We'll see that coming up. There's a swing and a miss, and 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tesner. And for Traders Point, they were down in order after a half inning of play. Traders Point, nothing. And Heritage Christian coming to bat. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN. Back here at Heritage Christian High School as we will head to the bottom half of inning number 1. It'll be Kaylee Bikes, followed by Ari Thompson and Jana Webb, the top 3 hitters. Now coming up for the Eagles, we mentioned a little bit ago, this is a Heritage Christian team after that win last night. They've risen their team batting average up from .301 to .349, so they must have gotten a whole lot of hits last night, that's for sure.
And the first 2 girls for Heritage Christian that you really, your head turns when you see their average. It's the 3 and 4 hitters. We talked about Tesner. She was out in the circle, got 2 strikeouts, but also a tremendous hitter, leads the team in batting average, actually second behind Webb, who is the 3 hitter. Tesner's at .517, and Webb bats .533. So the 3 and 4 hitters are monsters in that spot for the Eagles.
Well, that's going to be the work now of J.B. Bartles to slow him down here tonight, as Kaylee Bikes will lead things off. Bikes at .383, 7 runs driven in, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left, and Bikes down at the count at no balls and a strike. We mentioned a little bit about Traders Point Christian and how they got here, but if you look over the last 5 games, not counting last night, of course, we didn't get any statistics, or at least I didn't, maybe you did, from last night, but Tesner, he's just actually been on fire when you talk about 13 strikeouts against Horizon Christian in just 5 innings of work. Pitches outside for a ball. Then in their 7-0 win, they swept that doubleheader. She goes 2 for 3. Webb went 2 for 3, drove in 3. They were fresh off that loss to Lebanon. They were down at one point 9-1 early. There's a swing and a miss. So they've kind of been up and down lately. When you speak of Heritage Christian, they lost to Chittard, managed only a couple of base hits in that one, and then beat Brebeuf. Tesner had a nice ball game there with 15 strikeouts, as that is fouled away. We'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Tesner is definitely their number 1. pretty good ERA at 2.41 this season, and she's making her 18th appearance on the year.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, and that is just inside. We'll go to 2-2. See our one camera shot right behind the home plate umpire. So at times you're going to get a really good look right there. Break-even pitch hit foul. Good cut by Bikes.
That ball had a little bit of a rise on it from Bartles. A nice job to stay alive there is Bikes. That rise ball, if you connect on it at the right spot, right timing, you could send that ball right on out of here.
Wind is blowing toward right field as that pitch is low. We'll go to 3-2 now to Bikes. Catching here tonight is Amanda Quillett. And again, Bartles with the next pitch on the way. Fly ball toward the shortstop. Comes in, misplays that one. I don't think he even hit her glove. So that'll be an infield base hit by Bikes. And so here's Ari Thompson, the second baseman. And Bikes will be on base. And this is a team that has stolen over 50 bases this year. Speaking of the Eagles, bunt laid down third base side, but it's bunted foul. The Fave is down at first. Bauer is at second. Huff is at third. And at shortstop is Monjo with Bartles in left, Demo in center. Another bunt is foul. And Lou is in right field, and now Thompson behind at the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Traders Point, their wins have come actually 2 out of their last 5 when they beat University 25-14. The ERAs went up in that game, and then Riverside they beat 21-6. Runner takes off, throw down, not in time. So Bikes will get credit for the stolen base. Thompson now at the plate at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Even with the steal, looked like it was a delayed steal by Bikes, opting not to slide in the throw. Just about beat her.
That pitch stays up high. We'll go to 2-2. If we do get an opportunity, we'll run down the last, if I'm not mistaken, this week was the final softball poll of the year. That pitch is low. Of course, they may bring one out next week for the state tournament, and that would be the final regular season poll, but they would be playing on Monday, and generally we don't see that poll come out till around Tuesday. Payoff pitch grounded toward the third baseman, and that'll be foul. We'll stay at 3-2.
Bikes and Thompson have really run up the pitch count early here against Bartles. Both players have faced full counts. Thompson fouls off that payoff pitch.
And Thompson right up on the plate now as Bartles set to throw, and the pitch on the way. Got her swinging. Big strike out of Thompson. There's one away. Here's Jenna Webb. Webb is a rebel because she's wearing a red helmet, and their colors are blue. You were that kind of player too, weren't you?
You stick out any way you can, all right?
You know, I've kind of noticed that a little bit. I don't watch the NBA playoffs a lot. I don't watch it maybe as much as you guys, but do you ever notice nobody has the same color shoes and they're all different from the team colors?
That's right.
Yeah. Boy, times have changed. Ground ball, third baseman is there. Throw to first is in time as Huff gets the out. Advancing to third is Bikes. So 2 away, and here is Tesner.
Nicely done by Huff. Quick field and throw. Had a chance, actually, she kind of could have caught Bikes and a little bit of a rundown. Bikes was kind of running right on the hit. Didn't even think about stopping, but the ball hit right in front of her.
Well, here is again the big hitter at 517. Actually, excuse me, 317 on the year with 11 runs driven in, and the pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bucher is next.
Eagles trying to get on the board first here tonight. The pitch by Bartles on the way, grounded hard. Nice play by Huff again. Throw to first, and Traders Point gets out of the inning. Two nice plays by the third baseman, Huff. And Bikes left stranded in scoring position after one. No score. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Back here at Heritage Christian High School. Good start for Traders Point. They come in again. They're very young, as we mentioned, just 6 freshmen, but holding Heritage to just 1 base hit there in the first inning.
Leadoff hitter gets on, Bikes with the infield single, and then good response from Bartles in the circle. Picks up the strikeout of Thompson, the 2-hitter, and then back-to-back plays, getting the 3 and 4 hitters, the meat of this Heritage Christian order, to roll over and hit it to the third baseman, Huff, who made 2 tremendous plays at the hot corner.
Donna Demo coming to the plate, the center fielder, a little late coming out of the dugout. She'll lead things off here in inning number 2. It'll be Monjo and Lefebvre. First pitch on the way is outside for a ball. 2 strikeouts for Tesner so far here in the early part of this game as they appeal down to first. Tesner set to throw in the next pitch, swing and a miss. We mentioned today a nice day, but then rain expected tomorrow, so I know a lot of these teams will be scrambling just to get their final few games in, as there's a called strike. Nobody wants to be playing on Saturday probably, since you're more often than not going to play Monday or Tuesday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts now for Tesner. And 1 away here in inning number 2. Here's Emily Monjo. I'll take that back. Yep, it is 23 Monjo, the shortstop. Gets a little high, gets away from the catcher. As Webb unable to bring that one in, we'll go to 1 ball, no strikes. Still no score here in inning number 2. High fastball swung on and missed. You could tell that Monjo well underneath on the swing.
She took a big hack at that swing. She was ready for it.
Mark Kowal, the coach, down in the third base coach's box, and now Monjo down at the count of 1-2, and the one thing he said, would want a level swing here. And she, by the way, speaking of Monjo, way off the plate, so the outside portion could be a little bit of a problem. Swing and a miss. 4 straight strikeouts now for Tesner. And 2 away, and here is Lefebvre, the first baseman.
Tesner opted to go upstairs with that one against Monjo. The previous pitch to Domo, she was a little bit off the plate too. Opted to go more outside, get her reaching for it. She's gotten a lot of swings and misses so far.
And now Lefebvre down in the count, no balls and a strike. The pitch on the way, another high one, swung and missed. Boy, as a pitcher, you love to get ahead in the count at 0-2, because this could be just a guessing game what the hitter's going to look for here. And the pitch on the way, got her swinging, strikes out the side. 5 straight strikeouts now for Tesner after an inning and a half, no score. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Well, the story right now is Heritage Christian pitcher Elena Tesner with the 5 strikeouts in just 2 innings of work, and so far has not given up a base hit. So now Ella Bucher will step to the plate. And the first pitch is low by Bartles. And it's 1-0. It'll be Bucher, Heritage, and Newbold due up now for Heritage Christian. Left-handed hitter. In fact, I think it's our first left-handed hitter of the day, and that one slipped out of the hands of Bartles. 2 balls and no strikes.
Coach Thompson's best 3 hitters are 3, 4, and 5. He's hoping that he can get his first 2 girls on. And you bring in those 3 monsters in the middle of the order, try to bring in those runs. Unfortunately, did not see that happen in the first inning if you're a Heritage fan.
Heritage, by the way, has 4 players that have double-digit runs driven in. And that'll be a walk to Bucher. Here's Emily Heritage. I got to go back to Tesner. Only a .317 batting average, but she has 20 runs driven in. Team best, or I should say second best behind Webb, 29 hits. The last statistics that we had, not last night, of course. Runner takes off, the pitch low and outside, throw down not in time. And already 2 stolen bases now by Heritage. We mentioned they came in with over 50 stolen bases as a team. And now another player in scoring position, and the pitch in there for a called strike to Heritage.
Bucher actually got cut off by the shortstop. I don't even know when she slid in there. I don't even know if she reached the base. And the ball got away, so she was lucky for that.
Of course, you mentioned Heritage a little bit ago at .378 on the year. Got a good cut there and fouls it off to the screen. You know, sometimes as a hitter, whether it be baseball or softball, you know, the adjustment on how fast a pitcher throws, if you've been facing pitchers that really come in there with a strong fastball. There's a swing and a miss by Heritage. And the runner will advance down to third as Bucher will get credit for the stolen base, but Heritage will strike out. The second strikeout now for Bartles. But I don't know what pitchers that Heritage has seen this year, but Bartles doesn't seem to be overpowering at this point, so you got to make some adjustments now.
She's really mixed in a good amount of off-speed and trying to work the fastball. Here she starts off Newbold with a nice little ball that just the bottom of it drops right from underneath it.
Newbold, by the way, only a .231, but has driven in 10 this year, and for the second straight inning, Heritage Christian has a runner in scoring position. Another nice pitch there by Bartles, kept it out of the strike zone, and Newbold took a cut and misses.
Newbold's one of only 3 hitters in this lineup with a home run. Just 7 on the team for the Eagles.
The waste pitch that time by Bartles.
So far, Heritage hitters haven't adjusted to the off-speed that Bartles has been bringing in. I think more of her pitches have been just balls that are dropping or curveballs.
1-2 pitch outside. We'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the good news for the Traders Point Ball Club right now, not a lot of balls being put in play. Again, a team that has only 6 freshmen and a couple of players that haven't played a whole lot. There's a wild pitch and a run scored. And Bucher crosses the plate, and Heritage on top of this one, 1-0.
Well, the home plate umpire ruled, it looks like she ruled that the batter was hit. And so that would mean
she goes back to third.
Bucher would have to go back to third, and yeah, that is the case. So unfortunate for Heritage Christian there. You do get an extra runner on, and now Coach Thompson wants an explanation. That ball got past the catcher, Quillett.
I think the home plate umpire said it caught her on the foot, so that's why we really didn't see what happened there.
Yeah, it was a 2-2 count, and she rules that Newbold got hit by the pitch.
Still, Adson will step to the plate now with runners at first and third instead of a run scored. Still scoreless here in inning number 2. Runner takes off. No throw down to second, so Newbold. Talking about now 4 stolen bases, and Newbold gets a nice hand from the crowd here from Heritage Christian. I'm assuming she doesn't steal a whole lot. So now Adson a chance with runners at second and third. The pitch is outside, 2-0.
That or she slid in, and she definitely didn't need to because there wasn't a thought of a throw down to second.
Well, that's probably true because her uniform is very dirty on the front. Here's the pitch on the way, low and inside. 3 balls and no strikes now to Adson.
Number 8 hitter, Bartles, you just want to throw strikes. Force him to put the ball in play, although with the base open, you then set up a double play opportunity with the bases juiced.
Foul tip by Adson. So now 3 balls and 1 strike. Morgan Rollins on deck. Just 1 away here in the bottom of inning number 2. The pitch is on the way, and there's the walk. Runners will not advance despite the ball getting away from Quillett. So now bases are loaded. Second walk of the inning given up by Bartles. And here's Morgan Rollins, the shortstop. Rollins at 158 on the year with a couple of runs driven in and only the second left-handed hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, that's the first thing you notice, too, is lefty. You don't see very much of that in this lineup. And it favors the Eagles because a ball in play most likely will get pulled and it'll go away from the runner at third base, which is Bucher.
Lou, by the way, in right field is maneuvering a little bit closer to the line for the left-hander as the pitch is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Definitely want to bring consistent challenge pitches. Don't fall behind in the count. If you're Bartles with the bases loaded in the infield end, you want the 9-hitter Rollins forced to swing the bat.
Pitch is a little high, check swing that time by Rollins. She does not go around, so we'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Bucher's at third, Newbold at second, Adson down at first. Eagles trying to get on the board first. They've had now 3 runners in scoring position. Pitch again a little bit high. Now we'll go to 3-1, nowhere to put Rollins.
Yeah, that pitch isn't missing by much. Bartles, that she likes that pitch where it's just it's got a little hump into it. Midway through is when it starts descending.
And that'll be ball 4, and so Bucher had to wait a little bit, but now she'll cross the plate for the first run of the ball game. That'll be the 3rd walk in the inning and also a hit batsman here in the 2nd. And here is Callie Bikes. Singled her first time up, left stranded at 3rd, also got a stolen base. Well, mentioned the ground ball. You get one here, maybe a double play and get out of the inning. This is going to be popped up straight back our way. Good cut that time by Bikes.
Up towards our cameraman, Nick Lewis, up there.
Nick gets no hazard pay in this game, by the way. He had too much luxury in that nice stadium up there in Kokomo. So now Bartles set to throw. Here's the 0-1. Line drive, and that's going to be a fair ball. It hit the third baseman's glove, Huff. Everybody is safe, and a run will score. Good effort, though, by Huff. Got a glove on it, just could not hold on. So here's Thompson.
Just a real awkward situation for the third baseman because you don't know if you want to go after it. If you touch it and you can't catch it, then it is in play, but it looked like it was heading towards foul. So that's an unfortunate set of events there for Traders Point.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So now 2 runs across. Thompson ahead in the count at 1 ball and no strikes. Infield is in. The pitch is high and outside, 2-0. You know, Bartles pitched really well in that first inning. I know she gave up the base hit. They got a runner to third, but then she got the next 3 hitters, and now the control issue is facing Bartles. That caught the inside corner.
How's the saying go? Walks will haunt. So we've seen 3 walks. We've seen a hit batsman. And it's all coming back to bite him, and now especially more with the top of the order and Heritage coming up.
Pitch on the way is outside, gets away from the catcher Quillett, but nobody can advance. Well, we'll go to 3-1. You know, I got to tell you, though, that adage is so true in baseball and softball. Earlham walked 10 guys in that championship game the other night, and they won. I've never seen anybody walk 10 and win a game. Swing and a miss. It just doesn't happen very often.
I did not realize that either. We saw so many big innings, crooked numbers up on the board, all because pitchers having control issues, and we saw multiple walks.
So now the payoff pitch on the way. Fly ball into shallow left. That'll fall in behind the shortstop, Monjo. A run will score. Bikes will get credit for the run. Should take that back. Thompson will get credit for the run driven in. And the bases remain loaded now for Jenna Webb. Webb grounded out her first time up. We mentioned she leads the team in RBI.
Thompson, just a freshman. I'm just realizing that. 12 RBI the season for her. And you know Coach Thompson has a lot of confidence in her as a freshman hitting in that 2 spot. So there is a lot of brightness expected in the coming years with Tesner, Webb, and Thompson all with at least 1 year left. Webb, a junior.
Webb back in, the pitch on the way. High fly ball into right field. Lou loses it in the high sky. 1 run will score. Rounding third, heading home is Bikes. Also rounding third. Here comes Thompson. 3 runs across on the Webb base hit. And Heritage Christian opening things up here in the second. It'll be a double by Webb. Here's Tesner. And just like that, what was a scoreless game is now a 6-0 ball game, and all 3 walks come back, and even the hit batsman comes back as well.
Scoring all the way from first was Thompson. And one thing, the outfield is playing pretty shallow. And then you also have the sun to deal with for Lou out in right field.
And by the way, that's only going to get worse the later we go in the evening. Pretty soon that thing will be close to being eye level. No balls and a strike now to Tesner. A ground out victim her first time up. That pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Something I always found to be odd about, as a baseball player, when you notice things watching a softball game, is not all players on defense are wearing hats.
Yep. Here's a fly ball again. Shallow center field. Falls in. Advancing to third will be Webb. So now we'll go around the order here. Here's Booker.
Because baseball, you're required to wear a hat. It looks odd if you don't. For softball players, it's just like whatever's comfortable, whatever you want to do, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah. That is kind of odd, isn't it? That one hit foul. Bucher walked and scored in this inning, stole a couple of bases.
I think Bartles, one thing is you had success in that first inning getting the hitters to roll over and ground out to third. So trying to work that bottom of the zone. For one thing, start to throw strikes. That's the least you can do is get pitches into that strike zone, force the hitters to swing the bat, but also try and work more down than up.
That pitch caught the outside corner for a strike, so Bucher behind at 1-2. Well, I tell you what, though, it becomes a mental game sometimes when it just doesn't seem like you can get that ball across the plate, and anything you try to adjust doesn't work. And that'll be a tapper to the right side, and no play at first. Lefebvre had no chance there, and the ball thrown toward home. Run will score, and heading to second, we'll have an error on the first baseman, as Lefebvre will get charged with the error. So now 8-0. Here's Heritage. 5 base hits in the inning, unofficially now 4. Heritage Christian as the Head coach going out to talk with his ball club. And again, we'd mentioned a little bit earlier, this is a team that has 6 freshmen and a couple of players who have never played the game before. And I know that can be really frustrating and trying to get everybody on the same page. And it's hard to do when you're talking about you're into high school and you haven't played softball before, and when a lot of the players have been playing since they were, 6 or 7 years old. So you have a lot of catching up to do.
And a good move by Coach Cowell just to bring the infield in together, try and calm things down, refocus, just focus on the batter.
Throw down to third, not in time.
I have no idea what Bucher was like speed walking to third.
Is that what that was?
Well, she took off early. She noticed that Bartles wasn't paying attention to her, but you can't. I think she took off. Yeah, she took off before Bartles even let loose of the softball.
So she is out.
I was like, that looks so awkward. One, she's speed walking, but two, I'm like, I don't think you can steal before Bartles lets loose of the softball.
So now that'll be the second out of the inning as Heritage now bats with the bases empty, swing and a miss.
And Coach Thompson, all he can do is just crack a smile.
Well, Bucher just forgot, had a brain fart. Sometimes it happens. Pitch is high and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, how many times have you seen a ball hit to somebody in baseball and they forget how many outs there are, and they come running in and the guy's running around the bases and there's a swing and a miss. And when they finally realize that they only had 2 outs, I was going to say that Heritage.
And how often, as a batter, do you forget that there's only 2 strikes?
Heritage is like, I'm done. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. It's outside, 2-2.
That happened not too long ago in a college baseball game. The defense actually thought they had gotten the 3rd out. They had only gotten 2, and there was a runner on base, and he, from third, tried to score because there was a ground out to, I believe, second or short. They got a double play, but the lead runner had made it to third, okay? So there's 2 outs now. And then the first baseman flips the ball over to the pitcher's mound because he thought that was the 3rd out. So the runner from third tries to score, and they end up throwing him out to pick up the triple play. One of the craziest triple plays you could ever see.
Got to stay focused, but there is Heritage Christian done for this half inning, but they pick up 8 runs. We will head to inning number 3. It's 8-0 Heritage. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Head to the 3rd here at Heritage Christian. It'll be Lou, Chloe Bartles, and then we'll go to the bottom of the hour in Bauer now for Traders Point Christian. Down 8-0 in this one. Swing and a miss by Lou. By the way, 5 straight strikeouts now for Tesner. She has set down all 6 batters she has faced. Fastball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pretty good strikeout to walk ratio for Tesner. She's now at 163 in the strikeout category to just 21 walks.
Pretty good margin right there as that pitch misses low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Try to find those rankings for you, the latest softball rankings that are out this week. Pitch is up high, 3-1. Well, Lou may get on base here and stop the strikeout streak going. Tesner gets the sign from Webb. This time a called strike. We'll go full. Whiteland is number 1 in 4A, followed by Mooresville, New Pal, Bedford North Lawrence, and Columbus North. Here is the payout pitch on the way, and strikes out Lou. That'll be 6 in a row now. And with 1 away, here's Chloe Bartles. Tri-West Hendricks is number 1 in 3A, then South Bend St. Joe, Yorktown, and Gibson Southern. In 2A, it's Pioneer, Sullivan, Hebron, Union County, and South Vermilion. As the pitch is on the way, nice pitch in there for a strike, and Bartles behind it 0-1. And then in single A, Tecumseh, Hauser, Caston, Clay City, and Rising Sun. Here's the 0-1. Break on that ball, but
yeah, you could see it from, we're right here behind home plate, behind the catcher and the home plate umpire. A little bit of backdoor action.
Late on the swing is Bartles, and now down at the count of 1-2.
And she went right back to it also. Pretty good movement on that pitch from Tesner.
Here's your 1-2 pitch coming right at you, and a swing and a miss by Bartles, and that'll be now 7 straight strikeouts. And here is Alyssa Bauer. Bauer, the second baseman, will step in with 2 away here in the top of inning number 3. It was a 8-run second inning for the Eagles that has put them on top. There's a strike. You know, if you want to make a little extra money, you ought to be an umpire.
It's not a bad idea.
You get busy every night. I'm pretty sure they could use some people as the pitch is up high. I've told you why I don't do it, right? First off, I only stay inside where the weather's nice.
You're not as good as Keith ever was.
No.
Keith set the standard.
That's why I can never do that either, yeah. Here's the 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Yeah, how do you follow that, right?
You can't.
Plus, he rolled in the big-time money. You'd never make what he made.
It is not a bad idea at all, and they're in need of umpires.
Exactly.
IHSAA.
Pitch is up high. You probably heard us, or maybe you didn't, the other night. We were doing that game at Victory Field in baseball, and we're talking about like 60 games had been canceled or postponed because they didn't have enough umpires to do the games. There's a called third strike on Bauer on the outside corner. 8 straight strikeouts now for Tesner. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Heritage Christian on top of this one, 8-0. This is high school softball in IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Bottom of inning number 3. Do you know the words to this song?
This one's unfamiliar to me.
Usually you're singing between innings.
Yeah. Well, heck, we had great music up at Kokomo.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, any place we're going to now, we're doing these baseball and softball games. They have some great tunes playing in between innings.
You're kind of a rare breed because you're a lot younger than I am, and you like those old, the AC/DCs and stuff like that.
That's the best.
Yeah.
That music's the best. Anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
Exactly. Here is Newbold. Hit by pitch and a run scored. This one is hit to the second baseman, throw to first, and there's one away. Bauer makes the play. So a good start for Traders Point, and that'll bring up Adson. I did not see who these two teams are playing in the sectional, so forgive me for that, but I'm sure that with the technology we have today, Jared will find that within seconds. Pitch on the way, fly ball, and that'll fall just behind the first baseman for a single by Adson. That one hit right on the dirt, right at the lip there of the infield. Here is Morgan Rollins. 8 hits to go along with the 8 runs tonight so far for Heritage Christian. Rollins walked and scored in the first, and he'll take that pitch for a strike.
It's a busy night here at Heritage. They have softball right here. They got baseball over on the diamond against Lapel. We saw girls tennis action happening just a few yards away from us to our right. And also they have lacrosse over on the turf.
Yeah, it is very busy. That's why they had an officer here making sure you knew where you were going. Pitches inside.
I know. I pulled up, and he was like, whoa, 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 slow down there. I rolled down my window. I'm like, is everything all right, officer?
Did you say, don't you know who I am?
Yeah.
Take it he didn't, huh?
I'm with Troy D tonight. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
2 balls, 2 strikes. You just should have flipped him the old, not what I was saying, the old Keith Myers badge.
Yeah, right.
That'll get you in
I
anywhere.
need to get one of those laminated. It just says, I know Keith Myers. And I could get in anywhere, probably.
That one fouled away 2-2. Probably get a discount at some of your favorite dining places.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the bottom of inning number 3 as Heritage trying to build on an 8-0 lead. That pitch is outside. So full count now to Rollins. Bikes, who's 2 for 2, standing on deck, hoping to get a couple of RBI in her next at bat as we see Bartle set to throw, and the pitch misses outside. Tried to get that outside corner, but misses. So now runners at first and second, and here is Bikes. Singled and stole a base in the first, and then singled and scored in the second. We mentioned a chance to drive in a run right here with a runner in scoring position, but the pitch is outside for a ball. Now, am I correct in just saying, did Adson leave early down at second? I think she did. So she's out. We had 2 of those.
Yeah, that's right. That's the second time, both by Heritage Christian.
High fly ball, center field. And there to make the catch is Demo, and that's going to be a nice out right there for Traders Point Christian. I'm not exactly sure what happened down at second base, to be honest with you now.
Well, this late in the season, it's funny that, there's these base running errors committed by Heritage Christian.
But if that were the case, wouldn't they beat out number 3?
Did both runners leave? I only saw they only called out.
Well, you had Newbold ground out, and then if you had Bikes fly out, and that should be out number 3 because she left early down at second base. Or did she just go back in the dugout and say, I've had enough?
Well, that's the discussion now. Traders Point coach
that's
Cowell says, hey, that's 3.
Yeah.
They even threw a pitch to Thompson, but yeah, they're just 1 pitch behind.
I was like, wait a minute, there's something wrong here. But nonetheless.
You had it right, Troy.
Thank you. After 3, it's 8-0. Heritage on top. This is high school softball in IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year. All sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thank you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back, and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back here at Heritage Christian, great to have you with us. High school softball. Reminder, we will have sectional coverage coming up on Monday from Cascade. It'll be Covenant Christian and Monrovia. Make sure you join us for sectional softball Monday night. But now it is Traders Point going back to work. Huff leading things off, fouls that one away. It'll be no balls and a strike. By the way, for clarification, in that third inning, the runner at second base did leave early. She's called out. And then you had Bikes fly out. That was the third out of the inning as Huff is behind at 0-2. Thompson just got a little extra practice standing there, but nothing counts for her coming back in the next half inning. I think we were all a little surprised she took off the way she did. Huff fouls that one away. That's two runners now they've had, speaking of Heritage Christian, leave early. Now, it may not bother you too much now, but you don't want to get into sectionals and start making some mistakes like that. Popped up to the right side. The second baseman makes the catch. Thompson there for out number one.
Speaking of sectional, Heritage has the bye in their sectional at Eastern Hancock.
Your neck of the woods.
That's right. And then they will play the winner of Eastern Hancock and Knightstown. And then on the other side of the bracket, both teams with days off in Triton Central and Cecina.
By the way, Quillett offered on that one. She's down on the count. No balls and a strike.
Eastern Hancock won that sectional last year.
By the way, the flyout by Huff ended the strikeout streak as there's a swing and a miss. 8 in a row put down by Tesner. By the way, still has yet to give up a hit, and right now has a perfect game going here in the fourth. That one fouled away. We'll stay at 0-2. I know they don't like you mentioning that because of the superstitions and all that, but being the great broadcasters we are, you must inform the public. That's what it's all about. The 0-2 got her looking. Well, the streak starts again. There is 2 away now, and here is J.B. Bartles. That is now 11 in a row set down now by Tesner. Check swing, she goes around 0-1, and right now, Heritage Christian having everything going their way from a pitching standpoint. Traders Point getting a little anxious that time at the plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. They're just not able to really get up with that fastball that Tesner has so far.
Yeah, they're not catching up with it, and then when Tesner brings off speed, it just has every Traders Point hitter out in front because they are anticipating that heat.
That's going to do it. Bartles will strike out. 3 up, 3 down for Traders Point. We will head to the bottom half of inning number 4. Heritage on top of this one, 8-0. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
Sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
We head to the bottom half of inning number 4, and for Bartles, after a rough second inning, able to get Heritage Christian down without giving up a run in the third, but now it's Thompson, Webb, and Tesner. Their third look at Bartles here in this one. That one hit hard. Look out. That one hits off the fence right in front of the coach for Traders Point. But Thompson all over that one. Thompson singled and scored in the second inning. Pitches outside. We'll go to 1-1. Not only do sectional softball action begin next week, so does the baseball season, as they were winding things down, as everybody vying to get to the state championship again at Victory Field. I understand we will be there doing radio broadcasts again this year as the pitch is up high, 2-2. So Thompson back in, 1 for 2 with a run scored. The pitch on the way is outside, 3-2, and well, I guess I was one off there. So that's going to be a walk. So that's the fourth ball there to Thompson. So she'll head on down to first base. Here's Webb.
Well, I loved doing baseball last year at Victory Field. That was certainly a treat. Terrific place to catch a baseball game, and a terrific venue for the state tournament.
That is going to be Lily Giddings, who will be courtesy running down at first base for Thompson. So now Webb will step to the plate, 1 for 2, a run scored, and swing and a miss on the first pitch. Knights hanging right in there after giving up those 8 runs. This one is hit back up the middle, and that's going to fall in for a base hit as Giddings will stop at second base. Webb gets her second base hit of the night. Here's Tesner. Still no outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Tesner singled in the second inning, stole a base, scored one of those 8 runs. Hits this one sharply up the middle. That'll be a base hit. Giddings will stop at third, and just like that, the bases are loaded, and that'll bring up Bucher.
Tesner not wasting any time. And when you're in a situation as the pitcher in Bartles, and you're just Heritage Christian continues to get hits off of you, then you start to lose your confidence a little bit. And then well, what's happening here?
She must have left early too.
I'm starting to think they might be doing it on purpose, but
yeah.
But no, back to my point. It's so hard. You lose that confidence, and then it's so hard to find the strike zone, and you just start thinking, well, I can't be nibbling around the corners. I can't get these Eagles hitters to chase. I'm just going to have to just throw my best pitch and try to throw it for a strike.
Bucher swings at this one and fouls it off. We'll go to 1-2.
So you're seeing just a lot of good pitches in this meat of the order with Tesner and Webb going back-to-back. They're going to jump on those fastballs that are right there over the heart of the plate.
Pitch is way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Bucher, who walked in, scored in the second inning, and also in the second inning was able to pick up a base hit. She has 3 stolen bases in the 2 plate appearances. Ground ball, left side. And they'll play base to base right here. Bases will be loaded once again. Here's Harridge. Harridge, by the way, struck out twice today, so she is looking for her first base hit.
Struck out twice in the same inning.
Yes.
That was that long second inning.
We'll have a visit to the mound, and by the way, for Harridge, she is sporting the high tops, too. Well, another visit now as they'll talk with Bartles, and the good news right here with the bases loaded for Traders Point, they can get the force at home. They get the force at any other base right here. So I'm sure their head coach wants to make sure they know exactly where they can go with the ball. If you can, try to cut down the runner at home first. So the rotating number 9 for number 13. So we're going to take a timeout as a pitching change now for Traders Point. And Heritage on top of this one 8-0. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN. You are getting a look at the new pitcher. That is Chloe Bartles, who is taking over for J.B. Bartles, who will now head into at shortstop, and that means Monjo is going to left field. So a couple of changes here for Traders Point. And they call no pitch. Runner at third is out on purpose as she leaves the bag. So that'll be 2 away. That is the 4th runner to leave early. So Harridge back in now with runners at first and second. The pitch is low for a ball. Chloe Bartles, as you see, is a left-handed pitcher. Fly ball left field, and that's going to fall in. And they again will play base to base right here. So that'll be 4 straight base hits now by Heritage Christian. And here is Journey Newbold. Well, you don't want to now leave early because you end the inning.
Yeah.
And then if I were Newbold, I'd be upset because you took my at-bat away. So then I'd be, talking to my union rep.
The thing is, too, there's been 4 consecutive singles. They start off the inning with the walk to Thompson, and then now 4 straight hits. Good piece of hitting for some of these hitters who don't end up getting some RBIs.
By the way, that pitch was high and outside. Did you know now that the NIL that they do in college?
Yes.
Is now down in high school.
Where at? High school?
In California. And I don't think there's any rule against it. So I think it was 2 soccer players if they were on the girls' team signed NILs. It's amazing.
It is. It's something. It's happening in a hurry, too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, as that pitch swung on a miss, there's going to be some repercussions eventually.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was, too, is like they were talking about it so much in college football, and then once it hit college football, and that was, a year or 2 ago, it's just coming. It's fast, and it's coming everywhere.
Well, what's happening now is you're seeing a lot of so-called sponsors getting hold of these kids that are in high school that you can now entice them to come to your school and play. That's fouled off. Stay at 3-2. And they'll say, hey, listen, well, how are you going to stop him if you come to Georgia? We'll pay you this kind of money from this guy for your likeness, and the next thing you know, you're making six figures just to go to Georgia instead of Alabama.
Crazy.
Payout pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and that'll be out number 3. You don't have to do any of that because that's the third out. Some of the fans are wanting them to touch home, but that's not what you have to do. That'll do it for Heritage Christian. They do leave the bases loaded, kind of, in the inning. 8-0 your score. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Heritage Christian on top of this one, 8-0 as we head to the 5th inning. Well, so far the Traders Point Ball Club hanging right in there as we will see Timo, Monjo, and then Lefebvre all due up. Looks like Tesner's still in there. As she will go for the perfect game here tonight so far through 4. You see right there, no runs, no hits. They've committed a couple of errors tonight. Heritage Christian 8-10-0. Demo steps to the plate. Struck out in the 2nd inning. Pitch is way out of the strike zone, and Demo a little bit anxious to get a bat on that one. That's a strike. So it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way, got her in 3, and Timo strikes out for the 2nd time. And we'd mentioned the streak earlier that Tesner had, in which she struck out 8 in a row. Now she has struck out 3 straight, 11 in the ball game. Monjo steps to the plate. Monjo a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Pitch is high and outside, 1-0. Tesner gets the sigh, and the pitch a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes. One thing about Monjo, she is way off the plate, and that's going to be an outside pitch on the outside corner, but still swung and missed. And one thing I noticed there, she's going to have tough plate coverage right there as far as she is off the plate.
And that's what Tesner does, too. She's just such a smart softball player. She notices that going to the outside corner. Now all 4 pitches to Monjo, and Webb is trying to get that pitch for her. She's trying to clip that outside corner, trying to frame it well.
Count now 3-1. Pitch on the way, right down the pipe for strike 2.
Expect some heat right here, same spot too. Gonna go back to that outside.
You know what is surprising in some ways for Traders Point, and there's a called strike 3, is that they've only played, this is just their 10th game of the year. They played half as many as Heritage, who is now playing in their 22nd ball game.
LaFave will step to the plate for the second time. She to a strikeout victim back in inning number 2. Pops this one up and caught in foul territory. Nice run by Bucher to make the catch. And that'll do it for Traders Point here in the 5th inning. We head to the bottom half of inning number 5, 8-0 Heritage. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN. We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. We're back here at Heritage Christian as Traders Point hanging in there, down 8-0 as we move to the bottom half of inning number 5. It'll be Adson, Rollins, and Bikes, unless we start seeing some new players coming in for Heritage Christian. We mentioned a little bit ago that Chloe Bartle's now pitching. She's a left-handed pitcher. Came in for J.B. Bartles in that 4th inning. Adson has scored a run tonight. She's picked up a base hit as well. And that'll be chopped at the plate and a foul ball for Adson.
Well, it's just that one inning, that second inning, they put up all 8 runs.
Yeah.
And ever since then, pitching got a little bit better. J.B. Bartles started hitting the zone a little bit better.
How about the snag there by Chloe Bartles and the throw to first, and there's one away. Nice play by Chloe Bartles.
Sure was. Good reaction by Chloe.
Here's Rollins.
Chloe really, all of her pitches are really off speed. It's a lot of those just drop balls, curve balls that are going to hit the bottom of the zone just like that. She's going to get ground balls. There's a perfect example right there, that first pitch to Rollins.
You know what makes that even a little more impressive when you think about it? First off, Chloe Bartle's a left-hander, and what benefited her was that she did have the glove hand on the side where the ball was hit. But other than baseball, where you come over the top and all your motion brings you down, softball pitchers stay pretty much up. And so any ground ball like that, that's a really tough thing to get, to go down and get it.
That's right, yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Am I right about that, or is it 2-1?
The scoreboard says 2-1, I guess.
Pitch on the way, ground ball, shortstop. Throw to first, and not in time, as J.B. Bartle's unable to get the throw there.
I think Rollins may have beaten that play out anyways, even if it's a good throw from Bartles. Good speed from the 9-hitter.
Well, here's Bikes back to the top of the order, 2 for 3 tonight. This is going to be her first look at Chloe Bartles.
Chloe lost the hand on that one. That one skipped right in front of her.
Yeah, depending on how you grip that thing, sometimes it just comes loose. You don't grip it too tight. Swing and a miss.
Much better pitch that time. It's all deception. That's what it was. The
That's
first
right.
pitch, you change the eye level, so to speak.
Get you looking down there low, and you come up high. Rollins down at first base, and here's a ground ball. Going to be a tough play. The throw to first, and a bang-bang play. You're going to say it pulled her off the bag. So Bikes will be safe down at first base. Runners at first and second, and here's Thompson.
Umpire ruled the first baseman's foot was off the bag, I think. Bikes just beat it out anyways.
Yeah, I did too. I thought got down the line pretty well. Thompson
Stepping to the plate now is that pitch low and outside. I'll take that back. This is going to be Giddings, who is hitting for Thompson.
Another good play made there by Huff at third. That's only the third time we've seen her make a play. She had that first two that she threw out in the first inning.
There's a strike. If you just tuned in, we've had all 8 runs scored by Heritage Christian in the second inning. That one's going to be popped up, caught by the third baseman Huff for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Webb. Webb leads his team in runs driven in. She has a couple of base hits today and a run scored. There you see Webb, the third baseman.
Webb leads this team in almost every category, her and Tesner.
Pitch outside, 1-0.
Hits, runs scored, batting average, and then second behind Tesner in doubles.
This one hit into the air. The shortstop is there as Bartles makes the catch, and Heritage done here in the bottom half of inning number 5, and so they leave a couple of runners on. We head to inning number 6. Heritage on top 8-0. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We had inning number 6 as the Eagles try to finish it out here in the next couple of innings and pick up win number 11. And so far it is Tesner, really the big story right here, as she has not given up a hit, not a base runner in sight. She's been a strikeout machine here tonight as well, and Lou will step in for the second time, struck out in the third. And she taps that one back to the pitcher. Wasn't even sure she hit the ball. How about that? That was neat, though. So Lou grounds out, and she's happy. She's got a piece of it. Never played softball before.
Sometimes that's all the coach says, is just throw your bat out there and just tap it.
Yeah.
And that's what Lou did, and boy, she was surprised, wasn't she?
Chloe Bartles showing bunt, fouls that one off.
That's what Bartles did in her first at-bat, too. First pitch, showing bunt.
You know, I'm not sure if I'm Lou. I just don't do the same thing. I'll just stick it out there.
Yeah. You might send it down either line.
Yeah.
And then you just try to book it out, beat the throw.
Late swing by Bartles. Good fastball there by Tesner.
Yeah, the fastball's been there for Tesner. It's got some zip on it ever since inning 1.
12 strikeouts by Tesner. We mentioned she just came off a 15 strikeout performance and a 13 strikeout performance. Tesner struck out the 15 against Brebeuf and then 13 in that win against Horizon. Swing and a miss by Chloe Bartles, and she is out number 2. That'll be strikeout number 13. So think about it. She's had, I don't know, did she pitch last night? Highly unlikely. And as you look at Bauer come to the plate, but if you think she had 15 here, she had 13 here, that's 28. She has 13 here tonight, that's 41. It's not bad for just 3 games, huh?
She must be averaging about double-digit strikeouts.
Pitch on the way, and she's got it rolling now. These are kind of like Tom Seaver, Randy Johnson type numbers after a while. Bob Feller. Guys, you and him. You know who Bob Feller is?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Bob, he was back then, wasn't he, though?
He was the man. Bob Gibson.
Did he play for Cleveland?
Yes, he did.
Bob Gibson, yeah, him too.
Man, Bob Gibson, what a great pitcher.
The wind-up. Nothing beat that, Bob Gibson wind-up.
There's a strike. Because you have guys like Jim Palmer at that high leg kick. Two balls and two strikes now to Bauer. Two away. And that'll do it. Bauer strikes out. There is the 14th strikeout of the night now for Tesner. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 6. Heritage on top 8-0. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Want to remind you, too, we have high school lacrosse state finals coming up on June the 4th. We'll have the club state finals, the 1A state finals, and the 2A state finals, all three right here on IndianaSRN. Right now, we have a perfect game going for Tesner, Elena Tesner for Heritage Christian. 14 strikeouts tonight. Will they put the game away right here as we now move to the bottom half of inning number 6? And here's Tesner. What a night. 14 strikeouts. So far, a perfect game, and you've also got a couple of base hits and a run scored, a stolen base. Pretty nice night of production. Chloe Bartles back in, ready to go to work, and the pitch is low for a ball.
Showing off just about every tool.
She, too, is a renegade with a different helmet.
Looks like a travel team helmet, too.
Yep, sure does. 1-0 pitch on the way, stays up high, 2-0. Bartles ready to throw on the pitch right in the same location. 3 balls, no strikes. Imagine Tesner taking all the way right here. Going to make Chloe Bartles try to throw a strike here to keep a runner off base, and the pitch in the dirt. By the way, this Heritage Christian team has had a runner on base every inning so far tonight. That's through now 6 innings. Here is Bucher. She has walked, a couple of base hits as well, 3 stolen bases. Pitch bounces as Quillett able to snag that one out of the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Right back to the pitcher, who will throw on to first and get the out there as Tesner advancing to second. Here's Harridge. Harridge has struck out twice. She also singled in the 4th inning. You like that walk-up song?
That one's more my speed. Most of the other songs are old pop or hip hop.
Yeah.
Now, Heritage, she wants to go up there. She's banging her head with that song.
Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. A little floater in there, too high. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's the thing about Chloe Bartles is you really got to sit back and wait on these pitches.
2-0 delivery in the dirt. And with the score at 8-0, Tesner will stay down at second base. So we'll go to 3 balls and no strikes. Newbold is coming up next. If I'm not mistaken, everybody's been on base here tonight for Heritage Christian. Pop up to the right side, caught by the second baseman. Bauer there to squeeze that one for out number 2. Here's Newbold.
Tesner was lucky she didn't get doubled up right there. She was about halfway between second and third. And that ball fell into the mitt of Bauer.
Newbold will take the pitch up high, 1-0. Newbold should say walked, or should take that back, hit by pitch in the second inning and scored. Grounded out in the third and struck out in the fourth. Pitch in the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. After that rough second inning, you saw 3 walks, a hit batsman, and a walk there, walk there, walk there. Really haven't walked that many since then. Pitch is up high, 3-0. Since that second inning, you had 1, 2, just 3 walks. Chloe Bartles set to throw, and the pitch on the way, and lost her in 4. 2 walks in the inning now, and that'll bring up Adson. Adson walked, scored in the second, singled in the third, and then, of course, she was one of those that left early and was called out in that third inning, grounded out in the 5th inning, and takes the pitch inside 1-0. Again, runners at first and second. Pitch up high. Right now, thinking that Chloe Bartles, if you just throw strikes right here, get out of the inning because you have a force at third base if it's hit there. You get a force at second as well, so 2 routine plays right there, but one thing you got to do is throw strikes and get the ball in play.
7 straight balls now. And all of her pitches, the release point is starting to get away from her. You can see everything going up high.
Pitch is low and outside. That'll be ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for Rollins. We just talked about that a little bit ago. Not many walks, but now we're going to have a visit to the mound to talk a little bit with Chloe Bartles. Want to remind you again, we'll have softball sectional action coming up on Monday night. And I think we're going to see a pitching change as Huff will come in. We'll take a timeout as well. This is high school softball on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move? It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want. This will be the third pitcher used tonight for the Knights as they will bring the third baseman, Audrey Huff,
into pitch. So they'll go back with a right-hander. Rollins will step to the plate. Now with the bases loaded, 2 away. Rollins has walked a couple of times. She's been on base all 3 times. That pitch is up high for a ball. Again, we have 2 away here in the bottom half of inning number 6. A little bit high as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Rollins possibly could have a 4-for-4 night when it comes to getting on base if she can get a base hit right here. There's a strike. 2-2. This would be big right here for the Knights to get out of this jam. The base is loaded. The pitch is outside, so nowhere to put Rollins. By the way, the change, we saw J.B. Bartles move on to third, and there's a called third strike, and Huff does the job getting Rollins looking, and Heritage will leave the bases loaded in the 6th inning. We will head to inning number 7. 8-0 Heritage on top. This is high school softball in IndianaSRN. We're back here at Heritage, 8-0 your score, and right now Tesner looking for the perfect game as we head to the 7th. It'll be the pitcher Huff leading things off, followed by Quillett and J.B. Bartles. So let's see if Tesner can do it here in the 7th inning. Bunted right back to the pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Huff is out, and that'll bring up Quillett. Well, if you're going to break it up, why not just bunt it and try to beat it out, right?
That's something you'd get
beamed on and
yelled at for in the pros. If you're playing in the show, you better not do something like that.
That's right. Here is Quillett. Yeah, you might get one in the ribs the next time that you face that guy. Of course, nowadays, these players are so sensitive about everything. You know, you hit him in the ribs and they charge the mound for no reason. That one's hit foul. If you're going to crowd the plate, I'm going to give you a little rib action.
Yeah.
Used to be a time that was part of the game. Nowadays, we got guys flopping everywhere in soccer and in basketball and acting like their head just got cut off as they fall down and shake. Pitch is up high, 2-1. You remember the old days of basketball, and you had the Pistons and the Celtics beating the crap out of each other and knocking each other to the floor. Boy, you do that now. Pitch is outside, 3-1. Uh-oh. If you're Quillett, do you make her throw a strike?
I think so.
All right, let's find out if the perfect game will continue. The pitch grounded to the second baseman. Thompson flips on to first. That was too good of a pitch there for Quillett to let go by, so she made the right decision. Here's J.B. Bartles. Last chance here for Traders Point.
I know I always tell you guys I sound like an old man when I do this, don't I? My wife thinks I sound like an old man when I do that. Used to be a time. That pitch is up high.
But those were the good old days, right?
We were talking, Sean was talking about sliding up there in Kokomo. If I ever slid on a turf field, I said, are you kidding me? We didn't have turf fields back then. We had nothing but gravel and a lot of rocks. We slid on those, though. Here's the pitch on the way. It's up high 2-0. I had more skin off my behind and the backs of my legs and everything than I can imagine. And your knees and everything. I used to have good-looking knees. Here's the 2-0. Loaf. Oh, that's called strike. 2-1. That was part of my great qualities.
That's where the rub some dirt on it came from.
That's exactly right. Casey Stengel. Here's your 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. So now the Traders Point Knights are down to their final strike in this one this evening.
Bartles looking to avoid the hat trick.
And right here, will it be strikeout number 15? It is, as Bartles will strike out. 15 strikeouts tonight for Tesner. And the Eagles, there you see the final strike right there. And the Eagles get the win. They're now 11-11 on the season. Traders Point will fall to 2-8. They saw some positives here tonight as well. They stuck in there and really gave Heritage the ball game here this evening, though unable to get a base hit in this one, but they got something to build on, some things to work on. But the one thing they know they're going to have to do, speaking of Traders Point, got to find some strikes in there, get those pitchers to, put the ball in play.
One more game to finish the season for Traders, and then they will head into sectional play against Irvington Prep. Like you said, Troy, plenty of positives to take away from this. Put a lot of good swings out there. Tesner's a hard pitcher to figure out. She had some zip on her fastball, a lot of cheese in there, but also it brought in some backdoor sliders and took something off a couple of pitches. A really tough pitcher to try and figure out. So Traders Point faced the best that Heritage had to offer and still gave some pretty good hacks. Unfortunately, though, nothing up on the scoreboard. Perfect game for Tesner. Hats off to her. She was tremendous from the very start.
Yeah, finishes again with 15 strikeouts. Perfect game here tonight. Heritage gets the win by a final of 8-0. Thanks to the entire crew again doing a fantastic job, not only in the production department, up on our Nick and our camera. He put him up on the top of the press box this time, and he did another fantastic job. Thanks to everyone for being with us here tonight. Heritage gets the win 8-0. Don't forget, we're back Monday for sectional softball right here on IndianaSRN. Thanks for being with us. Have a pleasant evening, everyone.